Ever since humanity conquered the oceans, ships have played a vital role in trade, transportation, and exploration. However, alongside their tremendous contributions, maritime history has also recorded tragic ship disasters that claimed thousands of lives and left behind painful lessons for future generations. This video will take you on a journey to explore some of the most catastrophic ship accidents in history. The Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed in March after a collision with a cargo ship, resulting in the deaths of 6 people and causing severe damage to the port. On Monday, most of the remaining steel span of the bridge was successfully demolished, using explosives, marking an important step forward in the effort to reopen the port. The reopening of the Port of Baltimore is extremely important for the economy of the city and the surrounding region. The closure of the port over the past period caused major disruptions to supply chains and negatively affected business operations. On January 6, 2013, in the Southern Ocean near Antarctica, a tense confrontation took place between the Japanese whaling ship Nishin Maru and the Sea Shepherd vessel Bob Barker. Nishin Maru deliberately collided with and trapped Bob Barker between itself and a fuel tanker in an attempt to stop protests against whaling activities. The collision caused severe damage to Bob Barker, forcing the vessel to suspend operations and return to Australia for repairs. Fortunately, no injuries or fatalities were reported. On the stormy waters of Puget, a vessel is struggling desperately to push through the violent waves. Towering walls of water continuously crash against the hull, causing the ship to rock relentlessly. Amid the roaring wind and the immense force of the sea, the crew members must fight with all their strength to keep the vessel from capsizing or being swept away by the waves. This struggle is not only a test of the ship's endurance, but also a battle of courage and determination for everyone on board against the fierce power of nature. Golden Ray, a gigantic roll-on, roll-off cargo ship designed to transport vehicles, capsized on September 8, 2019. The incident occurred near the Port of Brunswick in Georgia, United States, shortly after the vessel departed for Baltimore, Maryland. At the time of the accident, the ship was carrying approximately 4,200 vehicles inside its cargo decks. An improper distribution of weight within the vessel caused it to overturn. A cargo ship suffered an engine failure and drifted uncontrollably toward the Atlantic coast of France. In February 2016, French authorities carried out a dangerous but successful rescue operation to prevent the disabled vessel from crashing into the coastline. The mission demonstrated the high level of expertise, courage. FLIP, also known as the Floating Instrument Platform, is not an ordinary ship but a gigantic structure measuring 355 feet in length. What makes FLIP famous is its unique ability to rotate 90 degrees once it is towed out to sea. At that point, nearly 300 feet of its structure sinks beneath the water, transforming FLIP into a gigantic floating buoy. This design gives FLIP exceptional stability and allows it to resist the impact of ocean waves, creating ideal conditions for scientific research activities. When standing upright, FLIP rises higher than a 5-story building. Over the years, many people have expressed concerns about its safety. A collision occurred between a Sea Shepherd vessel belonging to the non-profit conservation organization of the same name and a Japanese whaling ship, escalating tensions between the two sides in the long-standing dispute over whaling activities. The two vessels collided head-on, causing damage to both ships. This video shows an ocean tugboat towing a bulk cargo ship. A tugboat is a small but powerful vessel used to pull or push much larger ships such as bulk carriers. Despite its relatively small size, a tugboat is capable of generating an enormous amount. A group of Somali pirates attempted to attack and seize control of a United States Navy warship. Using a small boat, they approached the American vessel, hoping to board and capture the much larger ship. However, the U.S. Navy personnel on board quickly detected the pirates' intentions and immediately responded with military force. American sailors used heavy weapons, including naval cannons and machine guns, to defend the vessel against the attackers. The intense counterattack by U.S. forces completely destroyed the pirate boat, preventing the pirates from carrying out their plan. The attackers were forced to retreat after suffering severe damage. The incident began on May 20th, 2021, when the MV Express Pearl, sailing under the Singapore flag, caught fire while traveling from Hazira in India to Colombo in Sri Lanka. The flames erupted violently from the ship's container storage area, forcing the crew to abandon the vessel. The fire continued for many days and proved extremely difficult to extinguish due to severe weather conditions and the presence of hazardous chemicals on board. On the morning of Tuesday, May 20th, 2024, a horrifying incident occurred in the city of Baltimore in the United States when a container ship measuring 985 feet, approximately 300 meters in length, named Helen McAllister, crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The collision caused the bridge to collapse, leaving at least 4 people dead, 6 missing, and many others injured. The exact cause of the accident is still under investigation. However, according to witnesses, the vessel Helen McAllister may have suffered an engine or steering system failure, causing it to lose control and strike the bridge. The OOCL Durban, a container ship measuring 316 meters in length, was being moved from another area of the port when it unexpectedly collided with a nearby docked vessel. The powerful impact caused the OOCL Durban to lose control and crash directly into a dockside crane. Unable to withstand the force of the collision, the crane collapsed, pulling down another crane beside it as well. This accident caused serious disruption to operations at the port of Kaohsiung, one of the largest seaports in Taiwan.
It was reported
on the busy waters off the coast of Singapore, 2 steel giants, Hanjin New York and MSC Claudia, unexpectedly collided with each other, leaving behind serious consequences and an important lesson about maritime safety. The powerful collision caused dozens of containers from Hanjin, New York, to fall into the sea, creating environmental pollution and the risk of cargo loss. Hanjin, New York suffered damage to its hull, while MSC Claudia sustained severe damage to its bow. In the year 2019, a rare and dangerous incident occurred when the cruise ship Viking Sky, carrying more than 1,300 passengers and crew members, became stranded off the coast of Norway due to engine failure. Because of severe weather conditions with massive waves and strong winds, the captain issued a distress signal. A collision between 2 cargo ships caused 21 containers carrying imported cars to fall into the sea as workers watched helplessly. The incident occurred earlier in the week at the port of Karachi in Pakistan. According to the Daily Mail, one of the 2 vessels involved in the accident belonged to the German shipping company Hapag-Lloyd. The 200-foot yacht Yogi sank off the coast of Greece in February 2012, causing great concern among many people. Thanks to the rapid response of the Greek Coast Guard, all 8 crew members aboard the yacht Yogi were safely rescued by a Puma helicopter. The exact cause of the sinking has never been clearly determined. The incident serves as an important reminder of the importance of following safety measures while traveling at sea. A Somali pirate attack targeted a crude oil tanker off the coast of Somalia. The pirates used rope ladders to climb onto the deck of the vessel and take control of the crew. Pirate attacks like this have severely affected cargo shipping operations in the region. During long journeys across the open sea, even the largest ships cannot completely avoid unexpected collisions. Just like in life, every vessel must face unpredictable challenges. When 2 ships encounter each other on the vast ocean, no matter how careful they are, the risk of collision always exists, testing the judgment and navigational skills of the captains.